Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to the player ratings for West Bromwich Albion 0, Everton 1. Another away win, so keeping up that away form just about. It was very boring at times, not much creativity at all, not much tempo going really. You know, there was a few changes made, missing players such as James, and to be honest, missing Tom Davies as well really. I wouldn't have thought I'd said that like last year, but honestly, we needed someone to grab hold of that midfield. It was pretty loose at times, quite a lot of loose passes, and we ground out the win in the end, of course. And as Sigurdsson said in his post-match interview, we were expecting them to defend deep, and we were probably going to win the game from a set piece, which is what we did in the end. And they didn't even defend that deep. Obviously, they sat back, but they weren't as kind of negative as I thought they would be, because we let them play. So we managed to get 3 points in the end, which is the crucial thing. And obviously we're up to 4th place now, which is fantastic. But yeah, it's wins like this, I suppose, which are going to happen, and wins that we have to grind out to be able to climb up the table. So yeah, on to my player ratings. Jordan Pickford, I'll give a 7. Probably 7.5 towards an 8, to be honest. I thought he was really good when called upon. The only reason, I'll stick with a 7. The only reason I stick with a 7 is because for their goal that was ruled offside late on, he kind of came and then went back, and I've seen him be guilty of that quite a few times in terms of coming for the ball and then not making a decision. So, but apart from that, he made some really good saves, especially early on. Quality save that. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 for me. Pickford was really good. I think he's in good form at the moment, and he's keeping his head, which is good. Apart from the slight indecision at the end. But yeah, moving on to the defence. Mason Holgate, I'll give a 6. As I said in the last player ratings, he doesn't offer too much going forward. He tried a couple of crosses today against a team where he played right wing back in the Championship. So, but still for me, he doesn't do enough going forward. Made a couple of mistakes defensively, but wasn't too bad, so I'll give him a 6. Centre backs, Michael Keane, give him a 7, because I thought he was really solid, and he's been solid for quite a while now. One of our most consistent performers this season. Didn't really put much of a foot wrong, and obviously he's really good in the air as well. Ben Godfrey, give him a 7 as well, because I thought he was really solid defensively, and even if he could have got closer a couple of times, I thought in the first half when we were lacking attacking impetus, I know we had that run where he actually tried to get on the ball, get forward, and had a shot himself and won as a corner. So at least he was trying something. He shows his passion. Even for a player who hasn't been at Everton that long, he seems to get the club. And I think when the fans do get in the stadiums again, he's going to be a proper favourite, and he is already without the fans there. But thought he did well once again, consistent performer. Luca Dean, I'll give a 6. Deliveries were slightly off today, a little bit. So some of them were all right, but for me, not as up to his standard that we kind of expect, but he's always 6 out of 10 performer for me. He's never really dropped below that, so he was I'll give him a 6 out of 10, yeah, because he was all right defensively. We held strong defensively when West Brom did challenge us on the rare occasion that they did. Midfield, I thought were really average, if that, today. And I can't be too negative because we did win the game, but I just didn't think the midfield were good enough. I was interested by the team selection, to be honest, because obviously we were resting players, but that midfield looked quite weak. Bernard, I'll give a 6, only because he improved slightly in the second half. If not, it would have been a 5, because he didn't really offer too much, especially in the first half. You would have thought players like Bernard and Iwobi, you want to stretch the lines. I think that was why they were brought into the team as wide players, to break down the structure of West Brom, and they didn't really manage to do that, to be honest. Iwobi tried, but Bernard didn't offer too much at all. I know that he changed position in the second half, and he improved slightly when he was given more fluidity, I think, in his position. And Iwobi as well. I'll move on straight onto him, and he probably gets a 6 as well, just about, for his attempts to break the lines in the second half, and he obviously got brought off, but not too good for me, and they're lucky to get 6s. That's because we won. If we would have drew, they get 5s. But in terms of the central midfielders, Decore, his passing recently for me has been off. There's too many straight passes, and for me that's why he gets a 5. He stayed on for a while, obviously came off in the end, but those straight passes when you're trying to grab hold of a game in midfield, they're really frustrating. So yeah, he gets a 5 from me. But he had his moments as well, to be fair to him. Andre Gomez gets a 6 because he does frustrate me sometimes. He's quite slow, and his passing can be stray, but at the same time, his passing can be absolute quality, and he can break the lines with his vision as well. So he gets a 6 because although he did give the ball away quite a lot, he also saw passes that other players couldn't really see, and he tried to play balls through the lines of West Brom. So quite positive at times from Andre Gomez. So he gets a 6 out of 10. Moving up front, Domino Calvert-Lewin, for me, was quite poor. He didn't get much service at all, really, but when he did, it was lacking, really. I know he'd had the chance, I think it was in the first half, when it was the clearest shot of goal you're going to see against an Allardyce team, and he fluffed it. I think he hit it straight to the keeper. So, and in the second half as well, he had a good chance, which he ballooned a little bit. So it's hard to give him any more than 5, to be honest, considering he didn't really offer too much. So that's what I'll go with for Dom, unfortunately. But hopefully he can pick himself up with more service, because I do think it was probably down to him not getting enough service as well. Richarlison Noah gets a 7 as well. I think he's back to something near his best, and he's obviously got 4 in 4 now, which is really positive, and we need those goals to keep coming. I think Sigurdsson said as well, he's kind of won us 6 points the last 2 games, because we've obviously won 1-0 twice with his goals. So that's positive at the moment. Richarlison's form up front again. Obviously, he was playing as a striker again today. So it's good to see him up front. Obviously, last year, Ancelotti was saying now he's one of the best strikers he's worked with, and then he kind of started playing out wide a little bit more, and now he's up front again. But he's looking positive, so that's definitely something to hold on to. In terms of the bench, Godfrey Sigurdsson, I'll give a 7. I thought he was really good. Obviously came on within 40 seconds. He'd whipped that ball in, which got blocked by Diagne, who defended it pretty poorly, didn't run to Sigurdsson, but Sigurdsson's delivery nonetheless was fantastic. So for Richarlison's goal, so really good, really positive. And we did miss him. We missed Sigurdsson, and I know I've been quite negative about Sigurdsson in the past, but he did come on and he was exactly what we needed. So genius substitution from Carlo Ancelotti once again. In terms of the other subs, Josh King came on, didn't really do too much. Can't really give him a rating. I think he came on with about 5 minutes to go. And obviously Alan came on as well and grabbed hold of the game a little bit. To be fair, we needed that as well, so I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought the substitutions did change the game quite a lot in the second half, and we grabbed hold of the midfield a little bit more, which is exactly what we needed. He kind of provided that steal in midfield that we were lacking a little bit, and grabbed hold of the game. So he'll get a 7 off the bench from me as well. And Carlo played it really well, especially with the substitutions. Thought the midfield start wasn't the best, but it's going to be like that when you've got big games coming thick and fast, and big game obviously against Chelsea, another one of our rivals in terms of the Champions League places now, which sounds mad to say, but yeah, I thought it's understandable. So they're my player ratings for West Brom Albion 0, Everton 1. We got another win and we're up to 4th in the league. Probably should be more positive, to be fair, but I am buzzing that we are up to 4th in the league, and I hope Liverpool and Chelsea play out the draw to keep us there. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, whether I'm being too negative, which I probably am. So let us know if I am and what you change. So hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and up to toffees. Join us next time on Toffee Blues.